whether you're too young even to have voted at all in this last presidential election. I think the lessons of this campaign should resonate with us all. As the sum of many small actions can create powerful change. The donating to a campaign, knocking on the doors, writing to your congressman, volunteering for shelter, tweeting to support some cause you believe in, these acts they can transform the world. Your transformation in this life is a change that we can rely on. And remember, just as Gandhi said, we can be the change we wish to see in the world. You can dream into existence your reality, into that change that you wish it to be. That's what Martin Luther King talked about when he spoke about, I have a dream of a promised land. In Dr. King's speech in the promised land, he contemplated having an opportunity to live at any time in history. And I've always thought about that, thought about this question many times. What period of time or what place would I live in if I had the opportunity to live any time? When would I do? The beginning of time when God first uttered forth existence, sit by the side of Adam and Eve. I go back to the Ice Ages and watch the people when they built the first fire. I could witness the time of the great pharaohs of Egypt. I could watch Michelangelo paint the Sistine Chapel, or ride elephants with Hannibal and Carthage. Travel to Mecca with Malcolm, march with Dr. Martin Luther King, Freedom Central, Lincoln Monument. Sit in front of the bus with Rosa Parks. Or be with the first man who stepped on the moon. Think about it. To miraculously sit next to Christ, watching him as he fed the multitudes with a seed, or sit by Buddha at the Bodhi tree, or Muhammad when he built the Quran, or burned passbooks in South Africa, or Gandhi. And the thing is that in his speech, Dr. King talked about the places that he could be. And what he said was that he would just like to be allowed a few years in the second half of the 20th century, and he would be happy. Just a few years in the second half of the 20th century. And we're now living in the 21st century. We walk in that time that Dr. King was talking about, the time when he said he'd be able to see our dreams actualized, that the lynchings would be no more, and the schools would be desegregated, that people of color and races would all come together like now, that they would be able to live side by side in communities. And I realized, as I was going through all the different images of all the different places that I could be, or I could live in, that there's no place, no point in history that I would rather be in and be a part of than this moment right now. The reason is because of you. Because of you. Because I can walk alongside you to change the world. We have stood up on the shoulders of those that were before us. We've lived with the gifts that have been given to us. But this is an example of unlimited possibilities. This very and the world is poised on change and positivity. So as we search and find the change that we want to create for the world, we must remember how fortunate we are to live in a country that provides us with peace, opportunity, and so many freedoms. Across the planet, billions of people live in conflict, fear, and oppression every day. While we live in a time of independence, constant change, we also live in a time of tension, discord, poverty. Billions of people around the world are weakened by violence. This suffering weakens our collective spirit, our collective human spirit. There's no stretch of land or body of water that can disconnect us from that. When a country has been destroyed by war and disease, it can bring havoc to the neighboring country, even to continents across. The cycle of violence doesn't follow this international law that they write in a book. Conflict strikes when people fight for power, land, a name, ideology, food, water, those problems, hostilities, and all those things and tensions create ripple effects around the world. And our nation may officially be at peace, but I firmly believe that peace starts from within. And then it grows outward. In addition to the work I'm doing in Africa and elsewhere, the foundation is really dedicated to the work here in America. And I truly feel that this moment in history, the moment we're in right now, is marking the evolution of man. Man is changing. We're shifting. We know that. I can see it in this country. I can think about it from my youth to now, changes that have happened. Things have started to change in a way that I never expected. We've come to move through great difficulties, great losses, occurrences like September 11th, the war in Iraq, worldwide economic falls. We've watched conflicts, different crises unfold all over the world, Middle East here, Ukraine, South Sudan, famine, drug cartels in Mexico, gang violence here in the US. The planet itself is rejecting us. Places that were once hot, cold. Places that are cold are now hot. It's moving, it's changing, but what is the answer? You. You're the answer. You're the hope. You're the future. You're the focal point that can restore its balance. You are how we will heal ourselves. Many poets, they talk about this moment. It's a moment when great things happen, where change comes after sometimes really dark times. They entitle that moment the dark night of the soul, where your fears are addressed. You have to look at your soul, look at yourself and the situations around you, and you come to terms with what you believe. You live strongly and firmly and move from the dark night into the glorious light that the morning will bring. It is that moment that I'm excited. I'm so excited we're moving into. It's the reason why I want to choose this moment in history, because through our work and our will, we can create the world we want. We have to connect with just a singular vision, with the same moral objective, and that is to make this world a better place. We're moving into an age that will allow people to understand that there are infinite possibilities for all of us, no matter what our background is. As long as we believe the possibility is there, it can become a reality. This other line from that same play, rather be going on. The line is, we're standing on the threshold of the future. We got to be the luckiest people who ever lived. Do you guys realize that now we're going to be able to do anything? Anything we ever dreamed of? What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. It's lucky because you're here in your many lectures and your many ideas and from different groups and different people. You never know when you can hear something, might change. It happened to me a few years back. I heard this talk. It was given by this bacteriologist by the name of Bonnie Basler. And I didn't expect the speech to really move me that much because it was about bacteria. But she wound up talking about this single cell organism. She said the name was Vibrio vacira. It lives in the ocean. Okay, so it's bioluminescent. It lights up like a firefly. Right? But the thing about it is, it only lights up when it's connected with something else. It only produces light when it connects with others of its kind. And when enough of them come together, these organisms connect, and they find this singularity of purpose, which is to create light. I thought, how amazing, How amazing it would be if we as human beings came together to create light. I know many of you do. I know many of you volunteered your time in service and others and help people, even in the smallest way. Sometimes a smile can change a life. And I want to encourage you to continue to work with others in the service of mankind. To be a light that cares for your fellow man, a light that is about love. I am my brother's keeper. I'm my sister's keeper. You, this generation, the young generation, the new leaders, to be mankind's keepers. Some of you are so young. You have so much potential. All of you have potentiality to be leaders and innovators of tomorrow. This is a generation that will cure diseases and unite people and move oceans. You can bring justice to forgotten places on the earth. We create technologies that's going to change the course of human evolution and medicine. You scale such heights that my generation probably can't even fathom where we're going to go. What a time to be starting out. What a time to be alive. But always remember, no matter where your lives take you, no matter what profession you choose, or who you marry, or where you live, no matter what your dreams are, the dreams that you chase, that no one will be forcing you care, or to be empathetic, or kind, or even lend a hand. That choice will be made by your own moral character. You'll make the choice of when you say yes and when you say no. You will be the one who decides whether or not you get on that plane. If you take into consideration your connection to all of your fellow human beings that enough of us follow, we'll be able to manifest the things that we want. We'll be able to manifest the light that can change the city, change this country, and ultimately change the world. Because inside of you, each of you, resides and exists a divine spark. It holds the love and beauty, purpose. Together, all of our sparks come together, make a flame. A light that can light up the world. Because although I may be an artist, and you may be a lawyer, you may be a doctor, you may be a coach, we guide our lives towards a moral character, a moral way. We'll be working together. And the luminescence of our souls will light up our lives. And if enough of us do this, we will reach a tipping point in human evolution as we, by our divine light, by our bioluminescence, love, we can light up the universe.